Welcome back, champions. Today, we're here to explore something that will shape not only how we see the world, but how we live in every single moment: Stoic mindfulness. In this journey, you will discover how the ancient wisdom of Stoicism can help us stay present and mindful in every breath we take. We're not here for fleeting inspiration, but for lasting change. Change that you can feel in the depths of your mind and carry with you through life. We're talking about a philosophy that demands discipline, action, and an unwavering focus on what truly matters. Let these words awaken something inside you, a part of yourself that craves presence and power in each moment. By the time we're done here, you'll not only understand the importance of mindfulness through the lens of Stoicism, but you'll also feel a fire within you to apply these principles in your life. To truly grasp what it means to live in the present moment as the Stoics did, we first need to understand what they stood for. It wasn't about escaping the world, but confronting it head-on. Stoicism teaches us that life unfolds one moment at a time, but how many of us are truly there, present for it? Too often, we let our minds drift to the past, rehashing old failures and wounds, or we plunge into the future, anticipating what could go wrong. But the Stoics warned against this. Seneca reminds us, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. And isn't it true? How many of the pains we endure are self-inflicted, drawn from the stories we spin in our heads, rather than from the reality before us? But imagine this for a moment. What if you could be present, fully, in each moment? What if you could train yourself to live so deeply in the now that distractions, anxieties, and doubts faded away like mist under the morning sun? This is the practice of Stoic mindfulness, a relentless return to what is happening right here, right now. It's not some abstract philosophy meant only for scholars and intellectuals. It's for warriors of the mind, people like you, who seek to strengthen themselves from within. Now, to be clear, mindfulness, as the Stoics saw it, is not about emptying your mind or detaching from reality. Quite the opposite. It's about engaging with the world intensely, but with clarity. You don't let your emotions cloud your vision. You don't let external events, things you can't control, pull you away from your center. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and one of Stoicism's most famous practitioners, understood this well. In his meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is where true mindfulness begins, by realizing that the chaos of the world doesn't define you. What defines you is how you respond to that chaos. So how do we cultivate this presence, this mindfulness? It starts with a simple but powerful Stoic practice, acknowledging what is within your control and what isn't. Epictetus, the former slave-turned philosopher, made this one of the cornerstones of his teachings. He said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." Think about that. We spend so much energy worrying about outcomes, other people's opinions, things far beyond our grasp. But the Stoic, the mindful warrior, learns to let go of those things. Instead, they focus on what is within their reach, their thoughts, their actions, their attitude. This brings us to a crucial practice, self-examination. At the end of each day, the Stoics would reflect on how they lived that day. They would ask themselves, did I act according to my principles? Was I mindful of my thoughts and actions? Did I allow external events to disturb my inner peace? This daily habit keeps the mind sharp, making you aware of the moments when you let distractions pull you away from the present. It's a powerful tool, and one you can implement immediately. Take a few minutes each night to reflect. Ask yourself where you were present and where you drifted. Over time, you'll start to notice a shift. You'll become more aware, more engaged, more mindful. But let's be real, champions. This isn't easy. It's a battle against our own minds. We're wired for distraction, for wandering. But the Stoics knew this and embraced it. They saw every moment of distraction as an opportunity to return to the present. It's not about being perfect. It's about perseverance. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. But they are my brothers and sisters. The world won't always cooperate with you, but that's the test. Can you stay present in the face of it all? Can you maintain your calm, your focus, even when the world throws everything at you?" This is Stoic mindfulness in action. Another key to Stoic mindfulness is the practice of negative visualization. The Stoics would regularly imagine the worst-case scenario, not to invite it, but to prepare themselves for it. By facing these imagined fears, they stripped them of their power. They trained their minds to remain steady, even in the face of adversity. And when the worst didn't come to pass, they could savor the present moment even more, knowing they had already fortified their minds for anything. Seneca once said, "He who suffers before it is necessary, suffers more than is necessary." In other words, worrying about the future robs you of the present. But by practicing negative visualization, you take back control. You become unshakable, unbreakable. You remain here, in the now, ready for whatever comes. Let's also talk about breath. The Stoics understood the power of something as simple as breathing. It anchors you, pulls you back into the present moment. When the mind starts to race, when anxieties bubble up, focus on your breath. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. In that breath, you find the present. In that breath, you find yourself again. The Stoics didn't meditate in the way we think of today, but they practiced this kind of mindful awareness. In moments of crisis, they centered themselves through breath, returning their focus to what mattered, the present moment. As we move through life, there's always the temptation to chase after more, to get lost in ambition, to always think that happiness is somewhere out there in the future. But the Stoics warned against this as well. They knew that happiness, contentment, even fulfillment, isn't something you find out there. It's something you cultivate right here, in the now. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If we allow our minds to be filled with worry, regret, or anxiety, we can never experience the richness of the present. But if we train our minds, if we focus on the now, on what is directly in front of us, then life opens up. We begin to see things clearly, without the distortions of fear or desire. Stoic mindfulness, then, isn't just about surviving the present moment. It's about thriving in it. It's about training yourself to find meaning and purpose in every second, even in hardship, especially in hardship. Because, as the Stoics believed, adversity is the ultimate test of presence. It's easy to be mindful when life is going well. But can you stay present when life hits you hard? Can you remain grounded when everything around you feels like it's falling apart? This is where true mindfulness is born, in the fire of difficulty. And this is where you will find your strength. Let's now take a deeper step into what it means to fully embrace the present, not just as a fleeting concept, but as a way of life, an unwavering commitment to being present in the now. We live in a world that constantly pulls us away from the moment. Notifications buzz, emails flood in, our minds race with worries about tomorrow or regrets from yesterday. Yet for those who seek to live like the Stoics, this constant distraction is a test, an opportunity to return to mindfulness over and over again. The distractions are not the enemy. They are reminders of the discipline we need to cultivate. You see, mindfulness in the Stoic sense is not just about silencing the noise around you, but about training yourself to remain steady, no matter how loud the world becomes. In today's world, it's easy to get caught in the whirlwind of information, opinions, and external validation. Social media, the news cycle, the expectations placed upon us by society, they all have the power to pull us away from the now. But Stoicism offers us a shield. It teaches us that none of these external distractions hold real power over us unless we let them. If you are distressed by anything external, Marcus Aurelius wrote, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this, you have the power to revoke at any moment. Imagine living with that kind of freedom, a life where the opinions of others, the outcomes of events, even the chaotic swirl of modern life, hold no sway over your inner state. This is what Stoic mindfulness offers. It's the ability to rise above the noise and chaos, to find clarity and calm in every moment. It's about seeing the world as it is, but not allowing it to control you. Stoicism isn't about running from reality, but rather learning to face it with courage and composure. Now, some may mistake this practice for detachment or indifference, but that's far from the truth. Stoic mindfulness is not about numbing yourself to the world. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about engaging with the world more fully, more intensely, but with a deep awareness of what matters and what does not. It's about caring deeply for the things within your control, while learning to release the grip on those things that lie outside your influence. One of the most powerful tools we have to strengthen this mindfulness is gratitude. The Stoics were masters of this practice. They knew that true presence comes from appreciating what you have, right now, in this very moment. Not wishing for more, not waiting for a better future, but finding contentment with the life that is unfolding before you. Epictetus reminds us, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. And this is a practice that requires repetition and intention. Each day, as you move through your life, stop and notice what is good. Focus on the small details, the things we so often take for granted. The Stoics taught that life is fleeting and fragile, and they didn't mean this in a morbid way. They simply knew that when we realize how temporary everything is, we can fully appreciate what we have. This is the practice of memento mori, remembering that we all must one day die. But instead of fearing this truth, the Stoics used it as a tool to bring themselves back to the present. For when you understand that time is limited, you stop wasting it on things that don't matter. You stop worrying about trivial concerns and begin to cherish the moments that truly count. This is not something we accomplish overnight. Stoic mindfulness, like any discipline, requires patience, persistence, and practice. You'll fail. You'll get distracted. You'll drift. That's part of the process. But the key is to keep coming back, to keep returning to the present moment. The Stoics believed in progress, not perfection. Marcus Aurelius, in all his wisdom and authority, was not immune to distraction or doubt, but he understood that the pursuit of mindfulness was a daily task, a continuous effort to return to the self, to return to the present. This journey we're on is not for the faint of heart, but then again, neither is life. Stoicism is about preparing for life's challenges, not avoiding them. It's about standing firm in the eye of the storm and recognizing that while the winds of fate may howl around you, they cannot touch the calm that lies within. This inner calm, this mindfulness, is cultivated day by day, moment by moment, choice by choice. Stoic mindfulness is not just a philosophy, it's a practice. It's a way of living. It's about being fully alive, fully aware, and fully engaged in the moment that's right in front of you. It's about showing up for your life every single day with clarity, courage, and gratitude. I want you to take these Stoic practices, acknowledging what's within your control, self-examination, negative visualization, breath awareness, and apply them, not tomorrow, not next week, but now, in this very moment. Life is happening and every second counts. You have the power to be present, to own this moment, and to shape your life with intention. Don't wait. Start now. Before we wrap up, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and consciously choose the wisdom you allow into your life. Don't let the algorithm dictate what you see. Explore the other videos on this channel to deepen your understanding of ancient philosophy and discover how it can help you strengthen your mind and sharpen your focus. Until next time, champions, stay strong and stay committed to your path.